may I now have the honor of inviting respected Dr. Saurabh Sharma, Director Asian Education Group, to kindly address our students and share his valuable insights. Please give a huge round of applause and welcoming.
Good morning, everyone. So day 3, right? I think I have got to know what was happening for the past 2 days. I was part of the initial inaugural session where we had Ms. Ghazal Alak and Mr. Ayush. But I was wondering, the last 2 days must have been a bombardment of information for you all. A lot of people, aspirational people. I heard somebody say that day that they are in awe, or you can say sort of a fan of Ghazal Alak, or I think it would have been the same for somebody like a Satyajit as well from Arito. But then this day, to just sum it up for you, or to kind of lay the right platform, is a day where it marks the 3rd day of your orientation. A lot of people externally have spoken to you, but then this particular session has been planned to let you know that what we feel is in store for you at Asian Business School, what we feel you should be doing for the next 2 years, for the purpose for which you've entered this institution, that to get fulfilled, what are the do's which you should do. So it's basically a sort of a clarity or a roadmap which we want to pass on to you people through this particular session. We expect each one of you to be aligning yourselves with the same, because it holds huge relevance for you and for your career. But then just to begin with, I would say that Asian Business School now is a permanent part of your life. It's like a tattoo which is invisibly there on yourself. Because whatever you do next in your life, Asian Business School will always be a part of your journey. And that too, the latter part of your journey or the ending part of your journey. So whatever decision you have taken by opting for this institution and this course, just stay very, very confident about the same, and let it give you the kind of things which you have been thinking before opting for this particular program. I have had the opportunity of meeting a lot of students, maybe 10-15 of you are sitting over here. I'm not able to recall the faces right now, but then yes, I'm sure that some students had an interaction with me at the time of their admissions. I told them a very important thing, which was about the fact that what I believe is very important for all of you to attain a goal, which is a common word which says how to be successful, but I don't want to say successful. I just want to be a little more descriptive about it in a way that what is the purpose of you all sitting here, or what is the purpose you made this decision of opting for this particular program. The purpose is to lead a better life at the end of these 2 years, feeling proud about yourself, your parents, I told on day 1 as well, feeling proud about you, not kind of getting lost as to where I would head to after the journey is completed over here for 2 years. So somehow I felt in my association with this institution for the last 18 years now, that I've seen a lot of students like you over these 18 years, and I've seen the ones who, when we say success, we mean like people have various definitions of success. For some it's monetary, for some it's designational, for some it's that you are content in what you're having. Or peace of mind is also success for a lot of people, but maybe later down in the age. But then the successful ones, those who came with certain aspirations, you must have heard the story of the founder of Arito, Mr. Satyajit. How he built something from scratch. A merry idea became so viraling that he has a presence in 79 cities. And he's saying that every 3rd day he wants to open a new store. So, and again, starting from something which is very, very basic. So, gives you all a lot of hope. But then what I feel is that the biggest mistake which people like you would make, I hope you won't make, is the fact that taking the decision to pursue this particular program and thinking that if this PGDM MBA, what you have got into, is 100% of what you could have done for yourself. I don't think it's 100%. I think this is a tag. That's one. And along with that, it's a lot of information coming your way as to how to enter into the business or the corporate world. For me, it's like 50% of what success would look like. Some people feel that enrolling into this institution, getting into this particular organization, job done, now the faculties will take over. Very soon you will, in the next few minutes, be meeting your faculties as well. They would, yes, definitely be concerned about your well-being, about your journey, about your knowledge getting passed on to you. But then I still feel without few things not being done at your end, uh, the complete goal or that 100% will not come to the picture. In my 18 years of experience with students like you, what I felt is that you get to know the real thing after you pass out. I was speaking exactly the same on day one as well, and that's a very sad feeling to have, that what you feel you could have done in the past, and now you don't have time because you have moved on, and you can't be redoing your courses again. Age is also going on the upper side. So these things I have quantified into four heads. Like for me, 50% is your PGDM and the knowledge which you gain out of it, and 50% are these four components or these four attributes which I feel coming together completes the 100%. These four things I would say, first one would be building up a personality and aura. So when I say personality and aura, I don't mean how you people look. I am not talking about the physical attributes. That's something which you would probably accredit your parents or your genes or maybe God. But when I say personality and aura, you must have heard a word or a statement being said by somebody that someone entered a room and the aura of that room changed. It could be for the good, it could be for the bad. We say negative aura, positive aura. We feel that it is God gifted or God given. I don't think so. I think there are people who have very unfiltered opinion about you. Everyone has such people in their life. If you really listen or take advice from only those people and ask them to be honest with you, because they would be honest with you, they will let you know whether you possess that or not. It can be built up. It's definitely an added on tool beyond your degrees and your mark sheets and your management learning, which can always help you to be better overall when you pass out. So when I say personality and all, it's about how you build that, how you work upon that, and how there's a warmth which you feel you are lending invisibly to somebody listening to you or talking to you, which is not fake, which is genuine. But trust me, that's felt. Like you meet some people for the first time, professionally as well, and you really feel that, wow, I think this 2 minute chat I had with this particular person has made me think so good about this particular person. That was not flattery, that was not something which was fake. But then you feel just good. You feel happy meeting such people. And then again, vice versa. That is one thing which I feel many of the students neglect, or they don't even know. They feel this is not required and this will not play any significant role in their journey ahead. But I think, as said on day one, these 2 years is like you're entering a factory which is working upon you. You have all the set of tools in that particular workshop or factory, and you have to utilize those tools for your betterment. Because if you pass out, your bosses, your immediate superiors will be expecting results from you. If you're into marketing or sales, will be expecting some kind of accomplishments from you if you are into hirings or talent acquisition or anything for that matter. The time to upgrade or upskill yourself or work upon these aspects will be there. But trust me, the amount of time which you have available right now will never be there. And the sort of people who are sitting in the first two rows, your academic faculty members and staff members, who, as I said that day, are equally concerned about the same for you, you will not have such people in the corporate. Everybody is trying to climb on one on top of the other. Everybody have their own numbers to prove or their own targets to meet or their own goals to fulfill. There might be some cooperative and supportive team heads or leaders, but then again they can just show you the direction. They cannot sit down with you for an hour, which people over here can. They cannot be a mentor to you and giving you that much amount of time. So the best you can do is that utilizing these 2 years to upgrade yourself on this particular front. So that's one. And I don't want to, like, probably when I met some of you individually, I also expected you to rate yourself on a scale of 10 on this particular attribute or parameter, but I won't ask you to do. You do it in your mind. Probably you know where you stand, and maybe you do it honestly. Second one for me would be effective communication. I'm right now communicating with you, but then if you are understanding what I'm trying to convey to you, that becomes effective communication. It's not what we feel, it's again those set of people in your life who would again give you a very honest opinion about this particular skill set as well. Again, this can be worked upon. There are a set of people over here in the CSD department who are specifically concerned about this particular skill set alone. For any management student, this can be the biggest blessing, that the thoughts which you're having, you are able to express them very clearly. Like, we had few people for the last 2 days, the way they must have spoken to you. I was seeing all these prominent people, Ms. Ghazal or Mr. Satyajit. The beauty of their success is the fact that they are able to replicate their thoughts and pass it on to the audience and to their team members, because they would do the same thing in their corporate offices as well. Imagine if they were weak on this front, if they were lacking on this particular skill set. Not that the success would be a question mark, but trust me, it's always an asset. Some of you come from various walks of life. Maybe this particular quotient, again, you would not rate yourself 9 or 10 on 10. But trust me, wherever you are there in this particular rating, these 2 years could be the perfect timing for yourself to be catching up, to be reaching the upper levels, and imagining yourself to be better on this particular front as well. Third for me would be the confidence. Like, if I ask any one of you to speak upon any random topic right now, like if I just randomly call anybody and come over here and speak to all of you, I don't know, maybe some of you after listening to this thought would be feeling super confident. That's not a big deal. Some of you would be feeling nervous. Some of you must be feeling that, let's see, we don't know, somewhere in between. You know where you stand. Now, wherever you stand on this particular front, again, these 2 years is the perfect time for you to work upon on this particular fact as well, because this again can be a huge asset for you, or this could be a detractor. Because some people, when they join the corporates, maybe 15 students have been hired at one go, 3 from Asian Business School, 4 from some other B school, 5 from some other B school. There's an inherent competition which is there amongst them as well. Now, imagine the situation of the leader who's leading the pack of these 15 students. He or she doesn't know their caliber, but they get to know in the first week, first 10 days, first month. They would test you out on these parameters, that this particular student from Asian Business School is so confident that I think rather than waiting for a year for him to understand the nitty-gritties, I can straight away make him accompany me for all the strategic meetings. So the experience which you would be getting immediately could be delayed by a couple of years till the time you get that particular skill set inside you. It could be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Ultimately, your growth and success in any organization or your own setup as well, which eventually, if some of you plan to do, would heavily depend upon what kind of confidence you build around yourself. And again, I think, let me pass it on to the future. Not these 2 years, there's a lot of time to come. If I would say, just to give you an example, that maybe your elder brother who's maybe 6-7 years older to you, or maybe your father who maybe is super great at whatever he's doing, but because of the burden or the pressures which he's or she is handling with the tasks they're doing on a day-to-day basis, it's not possible for them to work upon these aspects at that age and that stage of your life. this is the best time for you because you have still got the tag of a student. The day this tag goes away, the expectations from all corners, starting from the family to peers to relatives to colleagues to everybody, is like, now what you are doing, what he or she is doing. And that is the time when you feel that I've missed the bus. And then the pressure of the work or the business and the skill set also to be upgraded comes onto you. So the best time is that these 2 years you could just have that thing covered as well. So that becomes the third part. The last part for me is obviously the knowledge. When I say knowledge, I just don't mean what you'll be studying in your MBA or what you've studied in your past, BBA or BCom or whichever programs you have done, the bookish knowledge so called. It's the awareness. Because I feel not every conversation is academic in nature. You are management students, you'll be having a lot of deliberations with seniors, middle level people, juniors as well. Not every conversation would begin, you can say, on a formal note. What's happening around the country, around the world, what's the latest fad. So somehow if you're not abreast with what's happening, what's your opinion upon the thing, you will not become a very active member of any group in your social or corporate circle as well. And that will keep certain skills not coming your way, or maybe the imaging would be again a little tough because some people who can just talk about work and otherwise the door is shut, they don't get that acceptability in their jobs or work which they could have. And there's what I feel that certain people miss out. So for me, these four things are like four buckets. I don't know how much is filled up with water, how much is empty. Or another example could be four wheels of a car. Say suppose some of you who are maybe really good would rate yourself very highly on the same 8, 9, 10 on a scale of 10. But then the ones who feel that somewhere, because ideally I feel what mistake students have done in the past is that they heavily focus on the personality and the communication aspect. And somehow the confidence and the knowledge goes for a toss. So it's like a 6 or 7 on some fronts, 3 or 4 on some fronts. Now imagine this to be 6, 7, 3, 4 to be the air pressure in the four wheels of the car which you're driving. How would the drive be? Wobbly, shaky, not smooth? Now this car is your career. Unless and until there's an alignment, please don't try to make the mistake which I have seen some people make, and I've seen that live, wherein they enter a room, oh, a 10 on 10 personality. Maybe that's something which is not to do with the physical demeanor, as I said, it's to do with the aura as well. That you feel really good after meeting them for 5 minutes. When they speak, you're in awe that wow, our students have been able to achieve this particular level as well. But when you get sitting with them and talking with them about something to do with happening around the world or something or the other, or a business thing or some new business fad, blank. Blank. Similarly, confidence part. If you ask them to take a meeting with 5, 6 people, maybe you want to just request them to speak to a few people and pass on their learnings, and they're like, oh, I think I'm not very comfortable doing it. So this mismatch, when you pass out, is identified by the recruiters as well. And then what happens is, rather than considering these kind of students for a bigger designation and a slightly better package, it goes couple of notches down. And it remains there till the time eventually you work upon it for the next 2, 3, 4 years. And when you work upon this, then you again reach there, otherwise you are still there. So the thing to be understood is that ultimately, if you want to get into a zone where you think that you've come from a city outside Delhi NCR, eventually you want to set your base in Delhi NCR, you want to have a home, you want to have a stable job, a good brand to work with. I just don't want to quantify the money aspect. This all can only happen if these simple things are being worked upon. Otherwise, what happens is it's a delay. It's a delay of 5 years, 6 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years. But ultimately, it's like a tunnel you have to cross. If you don't cross that, the mediocre level will definitely be achieved. But the success can only come once. And you think of any person in your life as well, you will just maybe you're thinking it right now as well. If you would figure them out, you will see that these qualities would be present in them. And this is omnipresent, not across this particular program, but general walks of life as well. And that's the biggest mistake I've seen students make, that they climb up to a 9 or 10 on the 2, and the remaining ones are 3, 4, 5. It's a mismatch. The drive is wobbly, and that's the biggest mistake which they do for themselves. So I don't want you all to do. And don't get fascinated about one particular thing, which could be your just personality or communication. Something which is already on a scale of 10, you're rating yourself 8. And something you are hovering at 4. I think you should focus more upon that particular aspect more. Let it catch up. You have to move on the top with equilibrium. You can't just like achieve a 10 and then let that 4 be a 4 for the next 1 year. Identify your weaknesses and work upon the weakest part first and try to get an equilibrium for yourself. It's like I keep telling students who I met that when you learn to drive a car, or maybe for some of you, a two-wheeler or a bike, maybe 3-4 years back, when you got a driving license, you learned it once, you enrolled into a driving school, or your elder brother or your father must have taught some of you. You learned it once and you know it. You don't relearn it again and again. You won't enroll into a driving school again and again. Similarly, those of you know how to swim. You know it once and you would know it till the end of your life. You will not be relearning it again. These 4 qualities are just to be imbibed in your personality once. Out of all of you sitting in front of me, I don't know who would be good at swimming, who would be good at driving. I have to ask you. Similarly, who would be good at confidence, who would be good at knowledge? I don't know. Again, these are also invisible, but then these are to be imbibed ones. But the good thing is, if you get these 4 also to be a part of your personality over the next 2 years, you don't need to rework again. You just need to keep the level abreast or the same. And that is a part of you then. And then the kind of success which comes your way when you tag it along with your MBA and tag it along with the knowledge which you gain over the next 2 years is like the bestest combination which you can give yourself. Just for like 5 seconds, think that if whatever you rated yourself, if you would have rated yourself at least an 8 or a 9 or a 10 on all these 4, and imagine that version of you. Doesn't that version look more strong, more confident? And that's what we feel, that maybe success is dependent upon certain external sources. That the college will provide us the placement, which is true, but college will actually provide you the platform. The interview and how you approach that interview and how you make that interviewer feel will provide you the job. What will an interviewer check in an interview, or what will he or she look at in your personality? These 4 things. So ultimately, the platform is given to you by the institution, but who gets a package of 16 lakhs or 20 lakhs and who would get a package of 8 lakh or 7 lakh is totally dependent upon the student. Who would get multiple offers and they take the call? We've had such students. And who would get one single offer is again dependent upon the student, because that's what you make the recruiter feel about you. And this is a one-time drill. If you do this once for all these 4 things, it's something which you possess for life. And this doesn't only help you professionally. Trust me, it would help you personally as well. In your family, in your circles, among your friends, you are a better version of yourself. So somewhere the thing to be understood is that these things you have to imbibe in yourself at some stage of your career. The best time is right now, because there are people around, there are faculties around, you're still a student. And if you delay this thought by maybe few years, the place would change. It will not be a college, it will be an office. It will be your office, it will be somebody else's office, it will be a corporate. But then you will not get that particular support which you could have got in these 2 years. That's what I feel. Along with this, I also believe the fact that like you all already must have interacted with some of your batchmates as well. These associations could go a long way because we've had people those who have worked together not just in jobs but as co-founders as well. Business ideas become more promising when you get a support in the form of a batchmate or a colleague. So let that camaraderie going. Get to know your batchmates as well. Your surroundings also matter the most. Some of you could have interest in entrepreneurship. Some of you would probably be thinking of a corporate job only. So how do you get hold of those like-minded students amongst yourself is also a task which you should start to do right away, because this could be a long-term journey for you. This could be those people who really support you, and these people can be a huge help for you. So today marks the last day of your orientation. Monday onwards, you'll be into classes and your formal education would begin. I personally feel that if you do not let this particular talk be just a good thought or a talk passing to you by me or passed to you by me, but imbibe this and work upon this as well, I really feel that this could be a very defining change which you could bring in yourself. Otherwise, just a delay, the delay from school to graduation, from graduation to post graduation, that we did a graduation तो करना ही था कुछ, we had to do post graduation, so let's do MBA. अब MBA हो गया, अब क्या? But the point is that this is just a rollover. Don't let this be a rollover phase for you for the next 2 years. Make this count, because there's nothing after this. This is going to be the last leg of your formal education. After this, you're on your own. After this, you're working and the life changes, and it changes very rapidly. People have paid for your MBA fee, or maybe there's some people who have availed a loan as well, but trust me, you're not the guarantors. The guarantors are your parents. It's on their credibility that you're getting that. Ultimately, after these 2 years, you need to create your own credibility. And how the entire ecosystem comes onto you after 2 years, it hits very hardly. Now, how prepared are you then in your skill set could be like a defining job, because you've prepared yourself or worked upon these fronts, and the success starts to begin. The graph goes upwards. You're settled. Otherwise, it's a struggle of changeover of jobs. You work at a place and then they find those loopholes that, oh, I think I was not able to figure out this particular flaw in the student during the interview. I think he's heavily lacking the confidence part or the communication. Probably the interaction, the interview was only for 10 minutes, but then now I feel that he can't hold a conversation. So they'll test you out for 1 or 2 years, but ultimately it's you. Nobody is your parent in a corporate. They would not just like kind of put you into a cradle and take care of you. Ultimately, the qualities you pass out with, there's so many people who have an MBA tag or a PGDM tag. Thousands of them. 2 lakh people write CLAT every year or CAT every year. But then the fact is that some of them become successful because they identify that 2 lakh would have a commonality factor, but only few of them would have this particular factor who have worked upon themselves. So be more inquisitive with your faculty members. No, talk to them or your mentors as well. Maybe make them those people who you trust. Ask them that, probably hold some conversations with them. If you don't have such people in your circle, ask them to guide you that where do they think, maybe not in a day or two, but in a month, you lack, and then make an agenda that I have to over the next 1 year. Because what will happen is after 1.5 years, the placements would start. So this 2 year, like you will see me again at the convocation very soon. You will not realize where this 2 year have gone by. It seems like 2 years, it will just fly. You have massive events coming up, sports and competitions and I don't know what all. So you will get so busy that time will fly. And placements begin almost 6 months prior to the closure of your jobs, pre-placements. So this is ideally a 1.5 year phase for you. Now this would have internship as well. It would have competitions as well. It would have Sundays as well, weekends as well. This time will go. So the first year, you have to keep a clock handy in your mind that I come with this particular skill set on these 4 fronts. I honestly don't share it with anybody else. Don't feel that, oh, if I do that, I'll feel humiliated or be feeling let down on my own eyes. No. But you should have a true talk to yourself. that where do I stand? And then maybe with couple of mentors who really trust you or who are allocated to you, and then month on month work upon this, pass out as a better version. Because at the end of the day, a mark sheet or a degree will get you the entry into a room, which is an interview room. But ultimately, how you walk out of that room will be depending upon what you did in those 10 minutes. And there, your marks will not be evaluated alone. Yes, that will hold a prominence that somebody would have been dedicated to score well. But eventually, these four skill sets will be visualized. Even if you try to bypass it, omit somebody, but again, after 1 year of your performance in the corporate, doing well, you'll be there. Not doing well, again, they'll have question marks. It's a hop. And then some people, that's why they roll over maybe 3 jobs in 5 years. Lack of stability. So what happens is you never be there. You're never confident about your career. And then we just kind of blame the situation. We just kind of blame the corporate or we blame the company. But the people to be blamed is us. So I told this to you on day one. I'm again telling you because again, when you meet these alumni, this is the same thing which they say that only if we had realized this particular thing in those 2 years, or I would say those 1.5 years, we would have been so much better because they toiled for 3-4 years, tried to work upon these skill set, and then they ultimately got where they belonged. You can make it happen. The start could be amazing for you. So I hope most of you pay heed to this and work upon this. We will again be checking on you time and again. We are there for you. You will be meeting a lot of people, the HODs, the faculty members today. Have a very interactive bond with them. Don't have any kind of a hesitation. This was very wisely said by a few of the guests in the previous interactions as well. That just don't think anybody is looking at you. You are here for a purpose. You are here to achieve something because either you can clap for somebody after 2 years or some people can clap for you. Now, which side you want to be is totally dependent upon you. So, one is that you think about the world. That's not going to help you. So, look at where you stand today and where you want to be after 1.5 years. I'm specifically saying 1.5 years. Last 6 months will just go by. And whatever you want to achieve within this 1.5 years, just do that. And we are all concerned and geared up to provide you that particular platform. So again, welcome to Asian Business School. I feel very happy to meet any new student entering because there's a lot of, again, as I say, promise, a lot of thought, a lot of curiosity, and you could be super successful. And that's what pleases us the most. Like, I really like one thing about our profession is the fact that when you see people achieving good in life and their life getting made, because you can help somebody with money, you can help somebody by offering them something, but if education goes rightly to somebody, not just that particular individual, which is you, because I know some of you come from modest upbringings as well, the entire family or the life changes for the entire ecosystem back home as well. So you can bring in that transformation to everybody, right? So just keep that thought alive. Best wishes to you. God bless you.